In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ideas to make a lot of money fast in Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town during the beginning parts of the game. But first, welcome to my channel where you'll find cozy games like Animal Crossing and now Story of Seasons. And we'll possibly be having more cozy games on here in the near future. And yeah, I'm really excited to introduce you to another cozy game and show you some awesome tips and tricks for it. At the very end of the video, I'm going to tell you the most profitable skill in the entire game, so I hope you'll stick around for that. So my first tip is to sell random items that spawn on your farm. There are a lot of random items that will spawn on your farm, and you could sell them for some quick bells. Items like onions, for example, seashells, flowers, or ferns. I just sold a bunch of this random stuff and I made over 5k in just a few minutes by doing it. I recommend keeping materials like the ores, grass, wood, because these will be needed later on for upgrades. And my second tip is to plant profitable crops early in the game. So now we are going to talk about the best crops to grow early in the game, which will be in spring. Generally, the higher the price the seed is, the more money you will get from the crop. But there are certain seeds that you can harvest multiple times, which makes them even more profitable long term. So it's a good idea to plant these crops early in the season. I found the best crops early in the game to be turnips and cucumbers. Let's talk about cucumbers first. So you can harvest cucumbers up to 3 times, and it takes about 7 days for the first harvest to grow, followed by another 4 days for the next harvest to grow, and finally 4 more days after that for the final harvest. And since they take so long to grow, you're going to want to plant cucumbers early in the spring in order to get all 3 harvests from them, because they will rot as soon as summer hits. Turnips take up less time to grow than the cucumbers, and they take 4 days to grow, and they can only be harvested once. So that means that you'll make your investment back a lot faster. I think turnips are a great crop to make money in short bursts. So which one of these crops should you buy? Well, that really depends on how far into the season you are. Since cucumbers take a total of 16 days to grow, you're going to want to plant them by the 12th of spring to reap all 3 harvests from them. And since they are a long-term game, whereas turnips, on the other hand, they're more of a short-term game. You'll make your profits back quickly with turnips, and you'll level up your skill faster with turnips because you're doing more farm work. But cucumbers, you'll make a lot more money with them for the long run because you can harvest them multiple times. Really, you can't go wrong with either one, so maybe a good combination of the two if it's still early in the season. So my third tip is just turn the difficulty on easy mode. And there are actually a lot of benefits to doing this with no penalties or downsides. It just makes your experience more easygoing and relaxing, and it doesn't affect the story in any way. Your items will ship for more money, 1.2x to be exact. You won't lose stamina as quickly. You'll have more energy to mine, cut trees, and plant crops, which will help you build these skills much faster and therefore making more money faster. Also, the shop prices will be lower too, and friendships will increase at a faster rate. So if you're new to the game and you're wanting to get a feel for it, this may be the best option. Once you get the hang of the game, and if you think you want more of a challenge, you can always switch back to normal difficulty at any time. And for number 4, check the town hall bulletin every day. So it took me a little while for me to actually get in the habit of doing this. At first, I couldn't even find the town bulletin. It took me a while to actually find it. It's kind of hidden in the back. But basically, every single day, there will be someone in the town requesting a specific item on the bulletin. And this is a great way to make some fast gold because they are literally overpaying for the item. In most cases, you'll most likely have the item that they are requesting because they are really common items most of the time is what I've noticed. And you can find these items pretty easily in the game. Generally, the townsfolk will offer you a lot more gold for this item than if you were to sell it to the bin. So I think it's a great idea just to get in the habit of checking the bulletin once a day, because you never know who might be wanting to give you a lot of money for something that you might have. And finally, for number 5, what I think in my opinion is the most profitable skill in the game, my final tip: work on your mining skill. I think mining is super profitable, and you're going to want to upgrade that as soon as possible. Let me tell you why. Once you reach level 6 mining, you unlock the ability to get the jewelry maker. And this is where the big money is, because sometimes when you're mining, you'll find diamond ore. And diamond ore is worth 2.5k gold, but you don't want to sell the ore. Because if you put the diamond ore in the jewelry maker, you'll literally get 12k for it. So it's definitely worth the wait for that to be unlocked. And you can also find ruby and sapphire, which are also worth a decent amount. Like the video if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Peace.